Hey, thanks, Daryl. Thank you so much for engaging with our audience for and giving me the buffer of 2 minutes. Sorry for that. Previously, I'm so sorry, folks, because I have prepared a very beautiful content slide yesterday night and it just went away. I tried figuring it out, but yeah, it happens. So no problem. But today's session is going to be very interesting. Like Viva is my favorite employee experience platform, which I love to talk about. I have written some blogs. I like to explore Viva. So this fits right into today's event, which Viva explorers have come up with, Viva around the world. They had a beautiful slide for Viva explorers. And why do they say Viva explorers? Like for me, I kind of feel myself as a Viva explorer as well. But what Viva explorers exactly do, right? You must be thinking like, yeah, we can also go ahead. We can also start demoing the things. We can just understand whole Viva service, be it any employee experience platform like Viva Goals, Viva Sales, or topics or connections or insights or many other. Then what does Viva Explorers team exactly does? So what basically I do is majorly we help you, or Viva Explorer teams help you to just draw that baseline so that you can work on top of those already created base structure, ground structure for you. We help you with what exactly Viva does, what are the licensing, how you can utilize in your organization, what all services Microsoft provides in terms of Viva, how it can be beneficial for you, for an employee, or for an organization, or for any leader in the organization. So yeah, that is what Viva Explorers does. And today, myself, I'm going to talk about how you can be like, as a part of an employee and as an end user, how you can stay up to date with your organization using Viva Connection, and also at the same time how you can improve your well-being and you can make the most of your work day using Viva Insights. So this is what today I'm going to speak about. A short introduction about me. So I am a technical consultant. Sorry, this content might be outdated because I just pulled out one of the content slides from my backlog repository. So I am a technical consultant, and I also am a C Sharp Corner and Microsoft MVP. So I do keep on writing some of the blogs. I speak across various user groups or conferences, and I work on majorly SharePoint, or Microsoft 365, Teams, or Power Platform as a whole, and also somewhat around Azure infrastructure as a whole. So you can say I have touched upon some parts of Microsoft, not the whole Microsoft stack, but I do know majorly quite a lot in Microsoft 365. And also, I have authored a book, so that is why I'm passionate author. Now, let's just deep dive into probably the employee experience platform. I will not bore you up with the slides. So, any which ways, I wasn't going to present the slides. I will be right inside the demo wherein you can yourself deep dive right with me that what exactly connections is, how you can create a connection, how you can pull up your home site as a connection, etc. So, just to start and give you the heads up of today's agenda, what I'm going to do is we look at Viva connections. So this is the Viva connection in your teams. If you don't have observed, we'll go through that, how you can pull up, how you can create your own intranet portal for your organization. And let me just go to the other app, which is Viva Insights. Yeah. So today I'll be playing around with these two applications majorly. One is Viva Connection, other is Viva Insights. Now, if you would say that, okay, I don't see that in my organization, how can I procure or how can I add this license to my environment? So definitely what you have to do is you have to go to your admin center. I'll rightly go to that. And what you can do is you can go to the licenses, wherein maybe you can procure some of the licenses in the billing. Yeah, you can go here in the licenses and you can purchase. Maybe you can, for the start, go ahead and try it out with the free trial version. But let's say if you are in an organization wants to adopt or to the Viva license and they want their organization to use Viva Learning, Viva Insights, so they can procure as well by adding this add-on license of Viva Suite. So right now I have the whole Viva Suite, but today I'm going to majorly talk about connections and Viva Insights. So what we'll do is I'll go to the organization settings. Once you procure or once you add on Viva Suite to your license as a license to your existing Microsoft account, what you can do is you can go ahead and you can set up your Viva, right? Because just adding a license will not be available to each and every employee of your organization. You have to give license to each and every dedicated employee or a group, right? Only then they'll be able to access these applications. So as you can see, I already start seeing Viva Sales, Viva Learning, Viva Insights. For Viva Connections, what you have to do is we have to create a home site. I'll come to that later. So this is Viva Insights. If you click on it, and you can set up your Viva Insights, like you want Viva Insights web experience. Do you want your Viva Insights? It can send a email. So this will be a digest email. We'll look at that in the demo. Right now, maybe you might not understand, but these are all these settings which an admin can make, and so that your employees can go ahead and they can just start using Viva Insights. Once you are here, what you can do is, maybe let me just jump to the Viva Insights. Yeah. So once you have set this up, let's just go ahead and see how you can play around with Viva Connections. So I'll pull up Viva Connections and what exactly Viva Connections does. Let me brief that up. So as you can see, I'm in Viva Connection and it shows me a beautiful tutorial guide, wherein it is welcoming me that, okay, this is my Viva Connections homepage. This is the home for all your Viva applications. I can say that. So let me get started. So here, as you can see, I can see the home page. Let me just go to the home. In the home page, you can see all these Viva services like Viva Insights, Learning, Engage, Goals. I can directly go to any of the Viva service right from Viva Connections. This is the home of your Viva. Okay. Now, this is my home page. As you can see, you can definitely go ahead and edit this experience. What it does is it helps you. So this is not for an employee, definitely, because let me just drill down to the different roles Viva Connections will help you out with. So let's say there is an organization Contoso, okay, and in that organization maybe there are multiple employees who are working on different domains. Maybe it is in HR or a sales or technical domain. Let there be any domain, okay, and just like an organization you might have multiple domains. Now, for this organization, they might have their own website, which they used to host it on Azure, or they used to create an static websites, which are just plain JavaScript, Angular websites, which they had to create previously, and where they had to reside all the organization content, like benefits their employee will get, the wellness program, or the insurance, or technical support, etc. Maybe you might also have observed the same with your organization. You might have an organization website where you see all the hub, that is the hub for your organization, where you can go ahead and see what is happening across organization, what are the latest news, and what are the action items for you, right? So this is the same experience Viva has bought in for you in terms of Viva Connections. So Viva Connections is a home for your organization. It is a hub, and I can say it is an intranet portal wherein you can see all the information from your organization. So right now, this is the home page wherein what you are observing is a dashboard. This dashboard is just a personalized experience for an end user. So let's say I am logged in, right? And for me, what all are the action items or what all are the key resources I can go ahead and dive into? So as you can see, there is a time of planned for me, which is of 11 days. And when it is planned, I can go ahead and just report it. FAQs. So the some FAQs my organization has added it. So I can just go ahead and I can just see what are the top 5 questions in the FAQs. If I can answer it, probably I can do that. And also I can just take a look at, okay, these are the good information for, maybe it is useful for me or it is useful for someone else. Also, you can see the latest, maybe if you are in, if we just completed build, right? So definitely this was a card which I created for Ignite previously, and wherein you can just pull up in your organization. Maybe you can just say that, oh, hey, build is coming up and it is in 3 days. You can keep a counter. This is an adaptive card extension. Definitely, you can create your own custom web parts, something like your web parts. You can have your adaptive card extension. So you can definitely create it for your custom scenarios as well. This was just a pre-built which I created using adaptive card designer. So just like any for any company events, you can say, hey, this is a new company event coming up. Stay tuned. So your organization will be informed. And all your personalized activities like your inventories, holidays, probably how is your work week, when will be your pay slip available, did you praise someone, if no then please go ahead and praise, and also your benefits maybe for an employee, there are a couple of benefits, perks, so you can also list down them. Once you have that experience, personalized fill in a dashboard, next what it gives you is resources, just like how I mentioned: insurance, benefits, perks, support request, support team, or any resources which your organization wants to pull up. They can show right inside in resources. What is this? Is basically a navigation wherein you can click and you can navigate to that particular SharePoint site. So this is how you can go ahead. So let's say I want to go down to human resources. I want to find what human resources is doing. Can I get the contact of the human resources team because I'm facing some trouble with the reimbursement, with anything, with the healthcare, or you can just contact your HR. Now let me just go back again. And if I click on my Viva connections, you can see I am right into the left navigation. So I don't have to go back to click on Viva connections again. What I can do is I can just have a landing page. I can click on it. Yes. So I'm right here in my landing page. Let me just go to that Viva experience for you. Yeah, because I haven't finished explaining. Once you are up to date, okay, if you want any information, you can go down and just start searching in your resources, and you will definitely find all your organization details here. What next it provides is feed. Okay, now feed is basically if this is something, it is pulled up from your Viva Engage, or if you are still familiarized with the old terminologies, which is Yammer. So you can say that all your Yammer feeds, which communities you are following, whom you are interacting with, or let's say there is one community which is for your whole organization, maybe a leadership community, leadership connections, wherein all the latest announcements from a leadership will be directly posted here. So this is what look and feel of your home or Viva looks like. Feeds basically are all your Yammer feeds, nothing else. So these three sections basically you can see. One is your landing. This is your home for all Viva services. So you can go ahead and edit. You can change the background image. You can save that image, and or else you can cancel and keep the existing one, or else you can also edit the dashboard from right from here. You can also edit the resources, and these resources are basically all your navigation links. So if you click on edit, you can see you can have all the navigations, you can update it. So let me just, you can see this landing. This is redirecting to a one SharePoint home page, and maybe you can open in a new tab. So let's say when your end user or an employee comes to a resources, he or she clicks on homepage or quick access, how do you want them to open? Maybe in the same context, same frame, or do you want them to open in a new tab? So you can give them the flexibility. This admin has to set up this for you, or even you can set it up. This access maybe you might not have. You can just access only the content which you have visible to, or you have permissions to. It just follows the SharePoint permissioning model. So let's say you are a part of technology department, and all your HR content which they keep on working on, latest updates or anything, any site which they are working on, maybe they are planning a new event, so that is just for themselves, only for an HR community and not for the technical domains. So you will only see the visibility or the content which you have permission to, which you are authorized to. So that permissioning model will be intact with SharePoint. This is how you can maintain all your resources just by adding it into a navigation. This is just a navigation look and feel, which I most of everyone would have done in their SharePoint communication sites. They would have edited the navigation, they would have created it. So this is exactly same thing. Feeds directly is a new web part which you can directly go ahead and add, and it will be linked to your Viva Engage. So this is the home page. Now let me just cancel it and let me go to the. So I think for now you might be very good to answer that what Viva Connections is. In simple terms, it is the home of all, first thing, all the Viva services. And next, it will have your all organization details. It is an intranet for your organization. And if you click on the navigation, you can also drill down to the other Viva services from here or from the top navigation here. Now, let me go to the landing page. This is the home site. Previously, what you
Shrushti,
saw? Yes.
just a question. I know we haven't got questions in the chat, but before you move on from the new Viva Home, how are you seeing that received by customers? How do they find using the new Viva Home page?
Okay. So new Viva homepage, you have to configure. Basically, first you have to go to your SharePoint. Let me just go
Mm.
to the SharePoint so that I can quickly answer that and move ahead. Yes, I don't want to take a tour right now. Mm, okay. Now what I'll do is I'll go to the active sites. So as you can see, I'm into my SharePoint Admin Center. And in this SharePoint Admin Center, what am I doing is I am just going to my active sites. Now, what have I done is I had one communication site which was named as the landing. As you can see, this is the details of that site. Now, what I did is I attached or I made this site as a home site. So if you can see, I select this site and it is saying me change home site. Now, right now, this is my home site. If I go to this link and this is the landing page. Now, all you have to do is you just have to grab this URL and make it as a home site. Right now, this site is a home site. Hence, I can't change. But if you want, you can pull up any of your communication site and you can attach it or you can add that as a home site. Once you have that, what you can do is you can go to your Viva connections into your Teams, go to the Teams admin center. I can just quickly show that. You can, this is the application, just like any other Teams app. You can go to the Viva connections. All you have to do is attach your that home site with your Viva connections. So I will just quickly go to the apps, manage apps. I'm into Teams Admin Center. Maybe you all don't have this much exposure. If you are logged in with a demo account, or if you have a demo privilege demo account, and if you are an admin, probably you need to be a global admin to be more precise. Then you can go to this admin center, and I'll search for Viva connections. And as you can see, this Viva connections is already allowed in my organization, and the URL is which is configured to this Viva connection is the organization URL. So it is just as simple. This Viva connection will just pull up your home site and it will start showing your home site to this.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. So now to continue, as I said, which is a SharePoint site, communication site. So right now I'm into my SharePoint communication site. Do create or brand your communication site based on your organization branding. So right now this is just a hub. As you can see, I have added a logo of hub and this is just branded. The look and feel is just been customized from the SharePoint lookbook. And as you can see, I have the company feed, I have the news or latest news, which I can go and this will open a SharePoint page. These are the company news, maybe the upcoming company events or what culture your company follows. And definitely your company should be culturally diverse, so all your information about diversity and the pride information, whatever information you do with your organization or maybe whatever you promote. So let's say how diverse your organization is, maybe you have some colleagues which just enlighten that in some of the news, you can add that content here so that everyone knows that your company is diverse and what all it does in the field of healthcare, retail, and how diversity is maintained. So you can pull up that in your branded on in your organization hub site. And also you can have all the recommended learnings, like maybe there was a podcast with the company CEO and you want everyone to be or everyone should go ahead and see that. How did the company gain profit, what was the last quarter, all of those things they can just go ahead and they can add it by stream videos. And also definitely navigation, what's happening, who, and if you want to navigate to some other good content or resources, you can do that. So Viva Connections is nothing new. It is just your home site, I can say an intranet portal, which everyone would understand more easily. And that intranet portal into a new look and feel and new experience so that everyone can stay engaged. And that is what Viva Connection is. So right now, as you can see in my Teams, everyone might be using Teams in organization. So they can go ahead and this portal will be accessible to everyone so that they can go ahead and find the exact resource. So in the landing page, as you can see, now let me just go down to the Teams app. Yeah, right here. And previously what you were seeing is the home for Viva. And right now, when I clicked on the landing and it shows me the content of the home site. So this is how you can design it for yourself. The important part which I want to highlight is the dashboard, because you might be aware about creating SharePoint pages, news articles, and Viva feed is just in web part wherein you can go ahead. Let me just go ahead and edit this so that you can understand it more easily. This is the SharePoint home site, which I'm editing. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and I will edit the dashboard as well. But before that, as you can see, what I'm doing is I've just added sections with the news. This is the company news web part, company events web part, quick links. So all are web parts only. So this is nothing new. What you are doing for your SharePoint site is exactly the same. Just adding the web part for an organization and making it look at the more larger scale as from an organization perspective. So let me just go and republish and navigate to the dashboard. Oops. Okay. So as you can see the dashboard web part, I will go ahead and edit that. In the dashboard section, what I'll do is I'll edit. Now, right now, what dashboard does is this is the play area for all the developers. Okay. Now, what I mean by play area is, so let's say you have some content. Maybe I want to create a web part or a card which will just say happy birthday whenever a logged in user. So let's say Daniel is logged in and today is his birthday. So adaptive card will just show, hey, happy birthday, Daniel. So that, it gives more relevant to you. It is like a personalized experience for yourself. So how you can do that? Maybe you can go ahead. You can create a web part which will be a birthday web part, wherein it will just take a key of all the employees' birthdays, and whenever it's someone's birthday, so let's say whenever the logged in is a logged in user's birthday, it will just show a beautiful GIF of happy birthday. So it is like a more personalized feel, right, for each user. Maybe you not everyone will see that every day, but only to those whose birthday is, they'll be able to see. So you can create those web parts right inside your dashboard. So this is what it gives. Oops. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll quickly create one of the web part. So this was the Ignite web part. Now let me just create a build web part so that I can just quickly show. What I'll do is I'll create my own. Where is the designer? Yeah, this is the designer. Right now what I did is okay, let me just go back, and these are the predefined web paths or ace which you can select. So right now you can see Viva topics, Viva learning, news, teams apps. So let's say if you have teams app which just highlights birthdays of the employees, then you can integrate that as well. You don't need to create a separate Viva adaptive card extension for that. Praise, these are the pre-built ones. Web link, I'll quickly create a web link one so that I can just pull up Microsoft Build so that you can easily identify what am I doing. Just pick the, oops, yeah, build website link, and I want my organization to stay up to date with the Microsoft latest updates. So I can pick up the card size as medium or large. So let me just pick up the large size. I'll give the link as build, and the title, as you can see, it was automatically pre-populated from the link. You can change it as well. Microsoft Build Conference. Okay, and it is coming soon, or it went away. And you can also have your custom thumbnails. So maybe thumbnail, you can have your custom image, or else you can auto select as well. Custom or auto select. Auto select will be definitely, you can just give any of the thumbnail image here. I don't want to give right now. Let it just auto select. Card icon, you can give it your any icons. Probably this is relevant to your adaptive card extensions and the intention your cards is playing, right? The intention it is performing. So you can have the icons relevant to that. Right now I'm not giving it any. And beautiful thing, this is what I want to cover: audience targeting. So let's say there is a card, maybe that is performing some operation only for the leadership. So let it just gives information to the leadership. Let's say how their team or how the organization is performing, the reports. Maybe you don't need to have access to that right now. Once the quarter is finished, you can just go ahead and access that. So what audience targeting helps you to do is, it helps to target the audience. So let's say this card will only be visible to the Microsoft group. and not to the group of people who are working on AWS or Google or Oracle Cloud. Maybe you just want to cover it for Azure or for Microsoft. So you can target that to selected groups. So only those people or who are part of this group will be seeing this card, and not everyone else will. So this is how beautiful it is. This is giving you the personalized experience, and it is staying to your role, like it is staying to justifying your role. Maybe it is your HR or technical in Microsoft or technical in AWS or technical in Google. So definitely you should see content relevant to you and not to the one which is you're not working on. So that is how you can target it to your audience. So I want this to be targeted to everyone. Mm-mm. HR sales at the rate. Yeah. So let me just put it to sales and marketing so that it will be. So if I add this group, then only these people will see this card. None of them else will. So this is how you can target it. I will just quickly publish. And as you can see, is let me just quickly add it. And when I click on this, it will open the Microsoft Build website, right? This was just a simple example, very basic. What else you can do is definitely you can create your own cards as well. This was just I picked up web link, but I wanted to show how you can create using Adaptive Card Designer. So what you can do is either you can navigate to Adaptive Card Designer. This is the playground in Designer. You can create your adaptive cards. Okay, yeah, here. And you can select some of the cards probably by a template, or else you can select any of the blank ones. As you can see, the blank card. If not, if there is something you want to select, maybe weather card or anything, you can just select and you can just create the look and feel in the designer. And maybe you have to select the host as Viva Connections so that you can see that, okay, this is how my Viva connection will look like. Once you are done, you can pick up the card editor, this JSON, and what you can do is you can go to the Viva connections. Oops, yeah, here. And as you can see the template JSON, you can add your JSON here and the data relevant to the JSON. So what you are seeing here is just the UI, just UI JSON, and all the variables you can add it in the data. So these will add it to template. So this is how you can create your own custom adaptive cards, and also you can have it in your dashboard. So once you are done with that, let me just republish this so that I can show you something. Okay, so as you can see, I have so many adaptive cards which are added to my landing page or the intranet. But maybe it is like, okay, you can show all of them to the organization, but you just want to limit that. I want to see the top five or the top six. How you can do that? Let me go to the home page and let's edit this. So right now, what you're seeing is all content. If you preview this, you will be able to see, okay, how the content will look like in the desktop experience, in the mobile experience. In the mobile, definitely you will have three sections: feed, resources, dashboard, feed, and resources. So this is the dashboard look and feel. In the desktop, you will see this way, and you can also see the dashboard details. You can change the thumbnail, you can update the description, and also you can have the spell check, grammar check, etc. on here, and you can allow users to rearrange and hide the dashboard cards. So this is the beautiful thing. You can allow the end user, so end user can hide some of the web parts. I keep on saying web parts, it is adaptive card extensions. So they can hide some of the cards, or else they can rearrange themselves as well. So these are the flexibilities which are given in the dashboard. So you can do that. Now I think you are now most up to date with how you can go ahead and create the Viva Connections adaptive card extension. REST resources is just adding your content from your SharePoint pages or news and adding it to your intranet. The other beautiful thing which I want to highlight is what new Viva connection is bringing up. So I will quickly go to show you. Sorry for that. I have to redirect to the links because otherwise I could have showed it into the PowerPoint slides itself. But let me just go to the Viva connections. I had such a beautiful content. I regret now. Okay. I don't want to see this. I want to see. Yeah. So basically, I want to show this what is coming new for your connections and what you can do right now. So right now, what you can do is, these are the beautiful things which I already explained: company branding, dashboard feed, audience targeting. What next is boost feature. This is the utmost important feature, you can say. So what happens is, let's say you have SharePoint news, right? And you want that this news should be boosted because this is the highest priority content which everyone should see. So how does that boosting happens? So you just have to make sure that the most visible content, like the one feed which is like the most visible, or someone has visited it a number of times, which is the most visited content, you can boost that so that you can see that at the top post into your Viva Connections homepage. So boosting is one of the key feature. You can this I would did not want to miss. So you can have the boost feature as well into your resources. Only this is restricted to resources because that is your news web part, or that shows the latest news, wherein you can have number of impressions, you can count number of impressions, views, or most interacted page. Next, what is coming soon? So this is, I think, what everyone wants to hear about. So right now Microsoft is working on, so that you can have multiple Viva Connections instances and not just one. Maybe you can have one as a unique one home page, but maybe that is not targeted to everyone. So right now it is one internet targeting to whole like organization, but maybe they want separate portals which will target to the different domains. So multiple instances is coming soon. Also, we'll have a new admin center for Viva Connections and Viva Connections news notifications. So right now, whenever a new news is published into organization portal, you aren't notified, right? So that is what Viva Connections is working on, and also seamlessly working across your Microsoft 365 platform. So you will have targeted news, SharePoint, engage communities, all of this coming right for you soon. So this is what is coming soon, and already I elaborated on what capabilities it is providing right now. Now I talked a lot about Viva Connections, right? There is one more beautiful thing which I wouldn't want to miss before diving into Viva Insights: analytics. So this is one of the new feature which they bought in, download analytics. So what it does is it gives the admin right information or the matrix of what all information or their employees are engaging with, what all most information they are engaging with. This is a Excel or CSV file wherein admin can see, or a user can see that, okay, uh, what is the most engaging content the user was able to relate to. Are they coming to Viva Connection portal? Was this beneficial for them, or which resources is the most beneficial? So all this matrix will be given in this analytics. So you can go and see. Let me just go to that. Oops, downloads. Okay, there's some problem with the downloads. I'm not able to see it. Okay, but it will be downloaded for you, and you can go ahead and see the matrix of dashboard, how they were able to engage, resources which they were able to go ahead and click on. So based on maximum number of impressions by going from the portal, from the internet, how they were able to engage, those all metrics they'll be able to see. So these are the whole bunch of Viva Connection updates from build and also from what is coming soon. Now let's just go to Viva Insights. And why was the need of Viva Insights? I will also cover that. So Viva Insights is basically, what it is doing is it is helping an end user or an employee so that they can also focus on the well-being, right? It is not just about working whole day. You have to also think about your health, well-being, and also how you can be more productive. It is not just that you are doing your job from for 10 hours, and all you are doing is spending the most of the time in the meetings. So that is not productive, right? Maybe it is productive for few people, but not for everyone. You can't just stay on meetings for whole day without small short breaks. It will be burnout. It will be burned out situation for you. So what Viva Insights is doing is it is taking care of your well-being as well, and also it is saying that how you can plan your day in a most productive and efficient manner. So as you can see right now, I am into the Viva Insights homepage, and the beautiful pop-ups which you are seeing are the cards which is helping you to. This is basically just information it is getting from you, so that it can give you some suggestions that okay, you are spending more time in meetings, please take some breaks after every 30 minutes so you can relax. If you want to relax, what you can do, you can just take some mindful exercises, something like this. So in the homepage, as you can see, this is the first card, praise. So what it is telling me is okay, you should praise your colleagues because they are also working relentlessly for the project. Not just you, they are collaborating with you, they are helping you out. So please, time to time manner, praise your employees. So maybe either you can praise your colleagues, or as a lead or a manager, they can praise employees for the work they have done in the past week or for the past sprint. So what you can do is you can just send a praise to an employee by just sending it. Let me send the praise to Megan so that is more visually. Yeah, I'll praise it for the awesome job done. Awesome job done in the last sprint. Okay. Now, where do you want to send this praise to? Definitely, Megan. You can send her over a chat, or if you have a team channel wherein a dedicated group of people are working for a project, you can go ahead and share it there as well. I want to share it to Megan, and it will be shared right away. Okay. So because I came to Viva Insights into my this experience, and it showed me that okay, send praise to employees, but I want to do this in a timely fashion. Like, okay, this is a good practice. You should timely encourage your employees or your colleagues so that they are boost up and they can just feel and energized whenever they come to work because their work is getting recognized. So what you can do is you can set timely reminders. So make this as a habit. Okay, I want to send praise to someone from my team every Thursday. And at what time, this what it will do is it will just remind you. It will not send a praise, it will just remind you. Okay, I want to do that 5 p.m. Set a reminder. Wow, I'm creating a habit for myself that hey, please recognize your coworkers, send them that they are doing good, send them the good vibes. Okay, so these are the kudos. This is just a reminder which you have set it, and what it will do is every Thursday 5 p.m. I will a notification will pop up that hey, you have to send someone a praise. You set it a reminder for. You can do that, right? It is good to send someone some good things which they are working on. So right now you can also see the trends. So for the past 6 months, oh my God, I did not send anyone any of the praises. In the past 3 months, no. In this month, definitely only just one I sent. So this is how even you can see that you can see this trends metric right for yourself that okay, did you send someone praise or not? This is just a one example. And also, if you want to have a more elaborative matrix, then you can have that for each month as well. This is how you can see. Right now, you will not be able to see because I just popped up a new demo environment wherein you no interaction was taken previously. So this is a praise card. Next, healthy team meeting norms. This is very important for everyone who are working. So what it does is it is promoting how you can uh, plan your meetings in the most efficient manner. So what it is saying is these are the key highlights. You should shorten your duration for meetings. If it is a Scrum stand-up meeting, it shouldn't go beyond 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes is the ideal Scrum stand-up. Uh, Retrospectives are supposed to be 45 minutes to 1 hour. But okay, if your team is very short, small, then you can shorten that as well. So how you can automatically shorten your duration for all meetings? Also, how you can include the Teams meeting link automatically for maybe it is the remote employees or those who are working hybrid, because right now the situation is hybrid working scenario. So you want the meeting link to be populated for everyone, and also get the feedbacks from participants. So let's just go ahead and get started. So automatically shorten your duration for all the meetings. What you can do is either you can select end event early or start event late. So start late is something which you might not prefer, but ending it early is something which you can practice. So for a meeting which is less than an hour, end it before 5 minutes, or for a meeting which is more than 1 hour, end it before 10 minutes. And do you want this to be included to your all your meetings? Go ahead and do that. I'll just click on next. And whom do you want to follow this practice? So let's say I just want to follow this Megan right now. Maybe you can practice this with your whole team. And okay, was this helpful for you? You can give the correct appropriate answers so that you would get the more relevant suggested results. I would say yes. And why it was helpful, you can just give this, and this will go to the Microsoft feedback team so that they can improvise. Let me just save that. What else you can do is for your productivity is you can set a focus plan. So how you can set this up is you definitely will have to grab a recipient. I will just grab Megan. Focus time is basically whenever you set a focus time, it will set up your uh, availability to focusing. So right now, what your presence is looking like is available. Probably you can see meeting in a call or something like those available presence. Something similar, focusing will be set to your presence, and then what it will do is it will mute all the notifications so that you can without any deviations or distractions, you can work, just focus on your day of just focus on your work. Probably you are developing something, probably you are working on a solution. You don't want people to interrupt you. So you can set the focus time. And how you can do that, probably you can see your work activity. So let's say every day I have a slot of 1 hour which I can give, and which slot in the afternoon. Maybe afternoon 3 to 4 every day I wanted to spend it to focusing. So what I'll do is I will add that here, no earlier than 3 p.m. So after 3, I can just schedule focus mode reminders. You will get a reminder as well, just like how you get meeting reminders that your focusing time is starting. And what you want is, do you want silence during the focus time, or you want allow? So silence is basically all the notifications will be mute. So you can select silence, and definitely you can have a custom message because you're sending it to Megan as well. This is a shared focus plan which you're creating for a group of people. So you can give them the add some description. I will share it. Okay, beautiful. Now this focus plan is set for my colleagues who are working for the same project. So I want everyone to stay focused because I want an urgent delivery to be completed by next June. I don't want them to miss this opportunity or don't want them to interact in more of the meetings. So this is set it for them. Now I'm done. This is all set. Next, focus time, you got to know about it, how you can have your plan your meetings in the more efficient way. Also, quiet time. This is just basically for your personal quiet time. You want to you can improvise your work life balance. So what you can do is you can set quiet times for yourself. This is similar to focus time, but it is not exactly same as focusing. So what you can see is mobile notifications for Outlook, email, and Teams will be quiet or muted during your quiet times. So you can set the quiet times for yourself, and this is just a reminder when you want to schedule your send suggestions. You can improvise your inline suggestions as well. Do you want that? You can toggle it on or off. Lunch hours. When do you want to set this? Viva Insights use this. So you can also set lunch hours as a quiet time for you so that no one interrupts your lunch and you can have a peaceful lunch without any distractions or any meetings scheduled during your lunch hours. So you can schedule that. Also, you can plan your no meeting day. Wow. This will be such a relief for everyone, right? One day without any meetings, all you're doing is just focusing or collaborating in person with your colleagues, or you are just setting time for yourself, breathing space, so that you don't have to spend time in conversations or any of the distractions. So this is for more likely for a manager. They can plan a no meeting day, probably every Friday, a no meeting day, and they can just send the reminders for them. Also, you can have a recurring focus time. So just like how I set it a focus time for today, maybe you can have that set for your whole month or for a whole week. You can have this recurring be breaks. As I said, you can have multiple short breaks. uh, this will help you to book some learning time. So definitely learning and upskilling is part of our journey. So what you can do is you can go ahead, add some Viva learning or add just the focus time for learning, so that what you can do is you can get started. And how much time you want to spend to learning, you can select that. And what is the preferred time, go ahead and reserve your slot for learnings. This is what it does. Now, catching up on message plans. So, what happens is sometimes you're coming up fresh today morning. I don't know what happened yesterday. I just want to see whether I have to send some emails. I have to catch up today. You can do that. This will show all of the history that okay, you are yet to catch up with these emails and these chat messages you haven't responded to. So you can do that right from here. Oh God, I went from here to there, a lot of jumbling. Sorry for that. But definitely, as I mentioned, a quiet time, you can just have your quiet time set it up. You can take some short breaks and no meeting zones. Also, there is an inspirational library. So, what it does is it helps an end user or an employee to have a short break and they can just go ahead and read out some inspirational content or they can practice some mindfulness exercises. So, right now I'll go to the well-being, and in the well-being, you can see that there are few things which you can practice. One is a lofi times. So wherein what will happen is this will play some beautiful music. This will help you meditate or a relaxation music kind of, which you can go ahead and just listen to it after every meeting so that, okay, you are now relaxed and energized for the upcoming meetings as well. Next, every day once you finish your work, it is the best thing that you can go ahead and you rate that how you're feeling today. What it will do is every day, if you are rating that okay, today I am feeling neutral, i'm not in I'm not happy and not sad, but I'm feeling neutral. So what it does is it will take this metrics reflection history, and for each month you can go ahead and analyze yourself that okay, how was my last week, how was my last month, how did I perform, was it burning, or did I overworked, or was it good? Yeah, it is, things are going good. So this is how you can see all your history, reflection history, that how was your work week by just your emotions. This is the one thing you can also set reminders so that you don't forget to reflect your history. There's one more beautiful thing which I want to show is virtual commute in the settings. Virtual commute, yeah. So virtual commute is basically, let's say every day ideally you time clock out at 7 o'clock in the evening, maybe based on your regional time zones, you can have those virtual commute set. So basically this is majorly for those who are working from home or hybrid. They ideally spend a lot of time even after the work hours in doing work, right? So this is not ideally a good thing to do, but maybe sometimes you have to extend for some meetings or some urgent deliverables. That's fine. But you can set a virtual commute. So what it will do is every day at 7 o'clock in the evening, it will remind me that hey, it is time for you to wrap up the work and see what is coming up for tomorrow. So if I just set a reminder, I will set it for now. Where is the time? Okay. Time zone you can change as well. I can enroll this now. So virtual commute has been successfully updated for me. I should set this for some other, yeah, 10 a.m. maybe, but it will be too much. Okay. So this is how, what it will do is it will give me a reminder notification that hey, it is time for you to wrap up the work. Please go ahead and look at what was done today, what you are going to do tomorrow. So this is what it shows you. This is your virtual commute. Also, you can plan your reflection, just like I mentioned, you can remind for reflections as well. And the other thing which I want to come to is effective meetings. So wherever you select or wherever you plan your effective meetings, just like what we did, you can come ahead and go to the settings. You can go ahead and set your settings for all these cards which you were seeing, briefing of your email. So probably every week you want your team should receive an email from Viva Insights so that they will know that whom they interacted with the most, where they spend time more, probably 60% in meetings and 40% in focus mode or 40% in work. So this is the history which briefing and email will be shared to. So when do you want that to be shared? Okay, probably you have to choose that when, and when you save changes, this will start reflecting all this information. You can directly go ahead and set this up for yourself. This information is personal to you. It is not going to be shared with your managers or your leaders. This is just a personal one. So let me just go to the home page. Right now, what you're seeing is all the personal content. So you can see below, your privacy is protected. So all the personal information will not be shared with your managers or line managers or leads or any of those stakeholders. So it is just for yourself so that you can enhance your product meetings, or you can think about your well-being as well, and not just work tirelessly and relentlessly. Next, productivity. We already talked about productivity, but few things which you have to take care is how you are spending your time. So meeting category insights, it also shows you some matrix at how did you spend your most of the time of your day. You can select the time frame of which you want to see the matrix of, and you will see the meeting trends, meeting details, and category breakdowns. Also the meeting habits, whether it was less than 1 hour, probably all your meetings are probably less than 1 hour, or some meetings are very brainstorming meetings are going beyond 2 hours, sales meetings are going beyond 1 hours. And also the meeting details, whom what you RSVP to, when did you join, were there any overlaps, or all these meeting information. Suggested tasks, right now, you as I mentioned, this was a fresh environment, but all your suggested tasks, maybe there was a task assigned to you and it is residing in your email, but you did not take any action, it will show it up here. Recent tasks, all your information which, let's say there's a meeting which is at 10 o'clock, and it will just show it to me that, hey, you have a meeting at 10, kindly prep up for that, something like that. So this is all your meeting habits. Teamwork is basically for a team who is working on a project. So this is majorly all those information in matrix that, these are the tips which it is giving. You need, right now I don't have any information, but you can grab some of the information that, hey, there are some fresh new ideas, how you can collaborate in the most efficient way, how you can grow your knowledge. Probably you can share your learnings, you can set some focus time, you can have some quiet times, and also some important point of contacts. Say let's say you have a manager, you can pin them, or few of the colleagues which you work every day with, you can pin them and you can just send them invites, tasks, and everything. So this is how Viva Insights, this is what it brings for you. It is just for you that you can collaborate, you can have you can work, but in the most efficient manner. And also this will give some breather, some relaxation time to you as well, so that you don't every time feel that, okay, I am just working overtime, or I don't feel energized to work, I am not very much well appreciated. So this is for you. Start putting up, start creating these practices so that you can make most of the Viva Insights. Next other thing which I want to show is, this is just the end user experience, but if you go to the admin side of it, let me just go to the Viva Insights. Admin can pull up, so let I just elaborated, right? You can send some emails. So also there is a digest email which will be sent to each and every employee, wherein they'll see how their work week was, look how their week was like, how much time did they spend in the meeting, do they need to set some focus time so that they don't burn out, or was there any quiet time, were they able to focus it in a good manner for their work. So that email will comprise of all this metrics. This will be sent to everyone. Also, insights in their Outlook, add in an email. So let's just go and see where you can see that. Outlook. Oops. Just go to my Outlook. So you can find Viva Insights everywhere. Let me just go into your Outlooks. Where is it? Probably I missed. Yeah, in I have seen that in my desktop version, but in the web version, I'm seeing it for the first time. But definitely in a desktop version, you will see Viva Insights add in, and what you can do is it will help you with the suggestions. It will just help you out with, okay, these are the suggested tasks, these are the suggested replies. Please go ahead and make the use of it. So definitely you can go ahead and, where was I? Yeah, here. You can, once it is checked for you, you should see it in your Outlooks as well, Outlook add-ins. So it will provide the suggestions for you. Meeting effectiveness survey. So definitely, how effective was your meeting? will be shared after each and every meeting, so that you can take up those surveys, and Viva Insights will be trained more, and it will give you the more efficient or correct insights of how are you meeting, how much time did you spend. After, like, once you pick up that survey, then it will be added to your matrix, so that it will give you the most efficient matrix results. Schedule send suggestions. So this is just like how you schedule send later your emails. So this is something similar. You can schedule your suggestions as well. So when you want to send those suggestions to, you can schedule that. But these are the few things you can manage. Also, from an admin perspective, they will have some more insights. Like, they can view the matrix from the Viva Insights. They can analyze the matrix, and then they can have the more broader view of from the leadership perspective, from the managerial perspective, and also from the not your personal content, but all your meeting and all the collaboration efforts which you are taken. So this is what Viva Insights is for you. I'm sorry I took some 3 minutes on top, but this is overall your Viva connections to Viva Insights. So this is how you can stay up to date with your organization information, with the resources, and you can also have your personalized look and feel from your Viva connections. And also you can think about your well-being and your product. You can plan your productive day by using Viva Insights. I am back
Thank
if
you,
there are any
Shruti. Yeah.
questions.
No, that was great. We haven't got any questions in the chat, but that was a very, very thorough walkthrough of connections and insights. And I like the way that you connected connections to insights, that there's connections to be connected to your organization and be part of the conversation and the news, and then insights as a way of managing your well-being.
Yes. Thank you so much, Daryl, for being an amazing host, and also to the whole team of Viva Explorers for giving me the opportunity to share my information. Looking forward to furthermore
Excellent. Well, you
future.
have a good day, Shristi, and we look forward to seeing more presentations from you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a good day,
Bye now.
everyone.